This video is titled, Are You Running a Company or Are You Running a Mortgage Co-op? There's a big difference between the two. In the eyes of your loan officers, is your company nothing more than a funding conduit? And to a lot of loan officers in the current marketplace, it really is. And so I'm going to run you through a little self-exam that I put company owners and managers through whenever they approach me for to work with them in a coaching or consulting capacity. And when I put them through this test, they go, wow, this is a real eye-opener. The first question I ask them is this: does your company have an overall business plan for originating business, or is it up to each individual LO to come up with their own plan? If each individual is doing their own thing within your organization, you're running a co-op and you're not running a company. The next test is the mission statement. Does everybody on the team use the same mission statement? Or if I went to each individual loan officer's website and they have a link that says mission statement, is each mission statement going to be different? If it's the latter, you're running a co-op. Lender selection. Do you allow each loan officer to decide when they can't fund on your own banking lines and they have to outsource to a broker type of situation? Does each individual LO make their own selection, or does management do that for them? You know the answer there, gang. Source of business. Is the company managing with goals? Is the company sitting down with the loan officer not only on a quarterly basis, not only on a monthly basis, but on a weekly basis? That's not W-E-A-K, that's W-E-E-K. On a weekly basis, to make sure that they're achieving their goals and make sure that the source of business that they're going after is targeted, is defined, we know who it is we want to go after, and we keep our focus on going after that. Or do you pretty much just let the loan officer do their own thing, and at the end of the quarter we'll find out where they're at? Database. Do you allow each loan officer to build their own internal database while they're underneath your roof? And when their database gets big enough, then they go ahead and leave you and become the competition. Or do you as a company own the database of all the loans that are being originated? I know a lot of loan officers that absolutely believe that that database is theirs. Loan officer worked for my company, that database was mine. And I had it in their compensation agreement, I had it in their work, the agreement with my company. Folks, they weren't allowed to take it with them. I'm going to make sure that we retain that database. Or if you have an organization where each individual LO is building a database within your company, if so, you got a co-op. System ownership. Person comes in, builds a wonderful system. Who owns the system, the loan officer or the company? The company owns the system, you're running a company. If the loan officer owns the system, you're running a co-op. Free will, with all the changes going on right now with the minimum wage issues and the transition of moving away from a broker environment to a banker environment, folks, free will is out the window. I mean, managing and running a mortgage company like we did 4 or 5 years ago, just like, you know, the model that most mortgage people followed was the real estate agent model, which is really designed after bordellos. You have your madam or your broker, then you have your hookers or your realtors, and then you bring a whole bunch of men. If they don't do anything, you really don't care because it didn't cost you anything. Those days are gone, particularly with the minimum wage issue. And if you don't know about the minimum wage issue, you definitely need to go up to our next upcoming managers roundtable, because it's a big, 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 big deal. But the old school model of, let me recruit them, if they do something great, they do, and if they don't, that's okay. That's gone, gang. Because when they leave you, you're going to get sued for minimum wage standards and have to pay overtime and a whole bunch of other things. So bringing on people that don't have their act together, it's not going to be able to, you're not going to be able to do that. It's really that simple. So this free will thing is going to get thrown out the window. We're moving to an environment of more structure. The customer loan experience, is it different from loan officer to loan officer? Meaning if I interviewed 10 of your most recent closings and there was 10 different LOs that had each one of those closings, is it going to look and feel and sound different from borrower to borrower? And if so, you're running a co-op, you're not running a company. The post-closing client retention strategy, is it up to each individual to decide how many touches per week, per month, per quarter that they're going to have with their past customers that they close? By the way, if you're a company, you have that designed and set up for them. If it's up to the LO to do it, you're really running a co-op. Many organizations are nothing more than a band of mercenaries looking out for their own interests, and they're not a truly unified, congruent company. And you're going to see that change. You're seeing it change right now more and more and more. There's more managers right now having to cut the dead weight and getting real thin and lean because they can't expose themselves to the liability associated with moving away from a 1099 environment to a W-2 environment that is going to be regulated, that's going to be subject to fines and suspensions or revocations of licenses, gang. I mean, this is serious stuff. If you're currently not on our website, www.loanofficersnow.com, you may want to go there, read the materials, watch some more of the videos, and also find out more information regarding our next upcoming Recruiters Roundtable Mastermind Conference. I hope that this video has made you think a little bit about what you're doing as a manager or as a leader within your organization. And I want to thank you very much for your time and consideration, and hopefully I get to see you at an upcoming Recruiters Roundtable Mastermind Conference. Bye-bye.